prior consent of the contestant. Once the contest has begun, the sergeant at arms will secure the door. Members of the audience are asked to refrain from leaving or entering the room during the contest. After the contest, no one will be permitted to leave the room until all ballots are collected. Each contestant will be introduced by announcing the contestant's name, speech title, contestant's name. For example, if the contestant's name is Toastmaster Pawan and the speech title is Life is Great, I will announce Toastmaster Pawan, Life is Great, Toastmaster Pawan. At this point, I would like to confirm that all the contestants have handed over their mobile phones or any digital devices to the sergeant at arms.
Yes.
I would request the sergeant at arms to escort all the contestants outside the room, and they will be escorted back in one by one according to their speaking order.
अंशु भैया जाना है बाहर.
Anyone? Not loud enough. You need to say something.
I'll take it.
Roll.
Please no, that's all nothing.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Go up. I'm not a part. She's not a member. Don't worry. I mean, you are. Chill. Say something loud.
Someone told me.
Hello, participants.
Louder.
Hello.
Not louder.
Hello, DPPM.
Thank you.
Is it audible? Ask him to
No. There is
Okay, dear Sir, say something, just keep talking.
Sergeant at arms, please ensure that the doors remain closed while the speakers are speaking.
Is it audible? Ask the chief judge, just the CJ, no one else. Perfect, thank you so much. Come now.
Sergeant at arms, please ensure that the doors remain closed while the speakers are speaking and that no one leaves the hall during the entire contest. Chief Judge, can you please verify that all contest officials are in the room and they have been briefed?
Yes, all the officials are in the room and we are here.
May I begin the contest?
Yes, please.
I would request the Chief Judge to please come on the stage and take out the document.
Please verify.
Shall I read out the document?
No.
Contestant is not.
Let us begin with the PPP and table topics contest. May I call upon the stage contestant number 1, Toastmaster Pawan. Everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Pavan.
Thank you. Thank you, Contest Chairman. In true sense, I do believe that you need to be unique in this world. If you want to feel important, if you want to contribute to the society, do not follow anyone. Even if you want to follow someone, follow the right place. But create your own identity in the world so that people will always remember you. There has been certain instances in my life also. I do admire, in my life, there has been many mentors who I admire a lot. But what I do generally, I try to pick the right traits from each mentor and then try to create my own version of it. I may follow you as well, but I cannot become both of you. But if I take the quality of one person, another person, and multiple persons that I follow, I can create the unique version in myself. Because if you start following anyone, that won't lead you anywhere. As topic itself says, that place is already taken. And in the market, we already know that there is no value of any duplicate thing. So always try to be unique as much as possible if you want to be successful or if you want to be followed by anyone else as a leader. Otherwise, your efforts will not get appreciated. Thank you for that, Chairman.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. I welcome the contestant number 2 on stage, Toastmaster Rajan Preet. Toastmaster Rajan Preet, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Rajan Preet.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. So today's topic, be yourself, everybody else is taken. That is so true. Because from my childhood, I am taught to listen to my soul, to listen to my beliefs, to listen to what my heart says. Because every time it is said that go by your intent, go by your common sense, unless the thing the other way around is proven in front of you. So, listening to your soul always empowers you because that comes from the subconscious mind that you have already programmed starting from your childhood to the level you are today. And being yourself is also important as it is already engraved in yourself that what I am will be, what I engrave in me today will be what I am tomorrow, what I will be tomorrow. So yes, being loving myself and being in love with me, being in love with my surroundings will what support me in the rich future. Thank you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. will Mohan Singh Ram, Toastmaster Nasir Khan sir. Toastmaster Nasir, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Nasir.
Be yourself. Yeah, of course. Like everyone have unique qualities. Okay, so like if I have some qualities, so other one might don't have any qualities. So whatever quality we have, we should focus on that, and definitely we can perform very well in that field. Okay, so like it is for example. We can take example of Sachin. He is very great in cricket, and he gave his full effort. Then he is in that level today. Like we can take example of Shah Rukh Khan. He is very good in acting. Suppose if he might have choose other fields, so he might not be so much successful as he is today. So yeah, of course, we should focus on our field. We should identify our strength, and of course, like even if you are in any technical field, like if we can take example of Satya Nadella. Okay, he is the top leader of a technical company, and the CEO of Google as well, and many more. So they chose their passion. Okay, so that is the reason they are today on the top of the world. Like that, we should identify our strength. That may be very little or very small, which we think right now that this is very small talent in me. Okay, like if you are in any in dancing or in singing, so you can take example of A.R. Rahman, and or from any field you can choose. If you are in a political field, so you can change the world. Okay, like who thought that the one guy who was not aware about anything before he entered the Bollywood, now he is the king of Bollywood. So of course we should be yourself. Over to you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let's call upon contestant number 4, Toastmaster Bhuvan. Toastmaster Bhuvan, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Bhuvan.
Wonderful topic on the penultimate day of Valentine's Day. Be yourself. When we are born, we are told to go to a school, and our parents and our teachers ask us to idolize, be like them. Be like those sports stars, be like those leaders, be like those Indira Gandhis, and be like the Modis, and be like the Kejriwals. When we reach school, someone tells us, no, this is not right, this is right for you. You have to go to IITs, you have to crack this MBBS. But in the middle, somehow, somewhere, you forget to be yourself. And then you enter into college. And then someone tells that all of that is not relevant for you, whatever that has been told to you. Now you have to crack the jobs and enter into a corporate. And no one tells you to be yourself. You're just stuck in the rat race. Rat race to be the one among the hundreds or thousands or lakhs. But at the end of the day, no one tells you to be yourself. I think at the end of the day, one should retrospect, one should introspect, and one should realize what is there in our calling. What is that one thing that they can do to make their lives meaningful, let aside change the world. And that one feeling, that one great feeling, is truly exemplary. And I am on the quest to find that, to be myself. I don't know if everyone else is taken or not, but there's one thing that in the quest of my life that I'm going to figure out, that is how to be myself. Back to the contestant.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their balance. Judges, please note contestant number 5, Toastmaster Manisha, will not come. Let's call upon contestant number 6, Toastmaster Vinay. Toastmaster Vinay, be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. Be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Vinay.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hope you are all doing great. It's 8 p.m. 8:30. It's okay to be you, what you are. I love teasing people. Many a time, my manager calls me in the office. Please, I don't like this attitude. Every time you're teasing people, even you don't take care who is standing next to me, and you will come and tease me. You know, your appraisal can get hampered for this. I always look at his face and smile. Seriously? I don't think so. And that's I am. And I am like this from last 12 years. I don't know how many managers have been changed, but I am like this. Be what you are. And like that. My wife says, why can't you be serious about life? I always tell her, in 2011, I got serious. And you all know, I was only 72 kgs, man. Now I'm 90. It's been 9 years. I gained 18 kg, 2 kg every year. That's the effect of being serious. I am, but I am, and I am really happy for that. Thank you very much.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let's call upon contestant number 7, Toastmaster Abhishek. Toastmaster Abhishek, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Abhishek.
Today I saw a video of a barnacle geese chick. What happens? A geese lays its eggs at higher cliff, and it's that much high that no predator can reach it. Why she does it? Because of the safety of her children. But when a chick comes out of the egg, he faced the most traumatic experience in early phase of its life. He had to make a decision that is he gonna jump that cliff or he gonna stay and be dead. Some of the chicks have that courage to jump, and then finally they reach their mother, waiting for them at the bottom of the cliff, and their journey starts. So, whenever you are facing some trouble, some issue in your life, it's the test, it's the phase when you can prove yourself what actually you are. You don't need to follow anybody else, because otherwise you will face a block hole, a dead end in your life. If you have a vision, if you have certainty, if you can learn from your experience, you can pave your way into a future. And that's the only key to your success. If you're not be yourself, you're fake, you're genuine, you're following other, some point at your life, it's gonna be end and you will find identity crisis. So be yourself, try to learn from your experience, grow. Thank you.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 8, Toastmaster Anshu Priya. Toastmaster Anshu Priya, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Anshu Priya.
It's always better to be yourself, because if you want to imitate or then it becomes difficult because you have to then watch them and learn from them. But if you are yourself, then you can say that you are unique, and you have at least one or two qualities which you can show as a human, and it's better to be yourself than anybody else, because that's it.
Now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 9, Toastmaster Soumya. Toastmaster Soumya, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Soumya.
Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. In this world where we are surrounded with chaos and noise, and we consume much more than what we produce, what is different if we are just like anybody else? Imagine a world imagine India first of all, wherein like 125 billion of us are exactly the same. As a human, our psychology is primarily to be unique and to be better than others. And that's the premise of whatever we do in our lives. We want to be better as compared to our neighbors, as compared to our peers, in offices, at homes, even in relationships. But the ideal solution to that can be we are better than what we were than yesterday. The goal in life is to be the better version of ourselves. Priyanka Chopra has said this, so many people have said this. The goal in life is to be better than what we were than yesterday. And what else is left if we are like anybody else? Every one of us have some or the other talent. Some of us are good speakers, some of us are good dancers, some of us are good musicians, some are good in academics. We can contribute in our individual capacity to the world, and that is why we are here, not to be like everybody else.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 10, Toastmaster Sumit. Toastmaster Sumit, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Sumit.
So, I'm a guy and who doesn't believe in anyone, and I judge the person and what can I absorb and from the other, and that will be good enough for me. What can I improve in myself? So this is what can I improve, and so this is my target, and so I keep looking at the forward and what I have to do, and so everything is in my mind. So what I have to be. So this is me, and that's why. And I'm looking forward, and what can I add in my skills and in everything. So I'm there are the many things, and I have achieved. So what I know, and but many things are there, and I have to take care, and so definitely, and when I will complete, and definitely that will give me the benefit and to enhance it, in my future. So that's it.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon the next contestant number 10, Toastmaster, contestant number 11, Toastmaster Sanjay. Toastmaster Sanjay, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Sanjay.
When it comes to think about self, like I think I have to do the service to the society. I have to serve the people. I have to do something which probably the people will remember for me when I am not here on the platform, on this earth. And I pray to the God, please give me that kind of a courage, that kind of a strength, that I am able to fulfill my dreams, desire, and help the needy whenever there is a possibility comes to me. Sometimes I get jealous when I see the people who are greedy, who are fighting with the others, and sometimes I think we are fighting for the money, and that money, all the wealth will remain here on this earth only. Nothing will go with us to the heaven. And if you think something is going with us in the heaven, what will happen? Even nothing is going with in the heaven. The brother is killing to the brother, son is killing to the father, and what not. When I retrospect this, I always ask from my colleagues whenever I meet the other people, what is the purpose of your life? What do you want to achieve in the life? What will you leave after your life? You have to think and decide. That's all. Thank you.
Now observe a minute silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 12, Toastmaster Sonali. Toastmaster Sonali, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Sonali.
Do you see a mask on my face? No? No? There is. There's always been a mask on each and everybody of your faces. It's not bad to have a mask. It's okay to be behind a curtain, behind a pattern. It's okay to not be yourself for some time. However, there is a personality which is unique to you. The more you think you know, the more you think you know about yourself, the less you figure it out. That means if you know yourself as much as you okay. So always feel that you're comfortable in your surrounding. It's good to be yourself. Sorry. When I meet my friends, I always have a very happy face. I always am a very lively person. They like this quality about me a lot, which is unique to me per se, and they've always told that you can be yourself how much you want to. So my request for everybody is to not pretend that you're somebody else, because that thing is taken and you can't take that other place. So stop thinking and keep trying.
We should now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon stage contestant number 13, Toastmaster Rahul. Toastmaster Rahul, be yourself, everybody else Toastmaster Rana.
Hi everyone. So my topic is be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. Okay. So I would like to ask you guys, what comes to your mind when someone asks you, "Who are you?" Can anyone tell me? Okay. So this is I will talk. Okay. But me introduce something. Okay. So when you may introduce yourself, there might be, you can say, thousands of person who have job like you. There might be hundred of person who may have name like you. There might be everything. But what make difference is the attitude of a person. So I would like to tell you guys a story. When I was giving an interview in my previous company, and at the end point of time, I just came to realize that I will be working on alternate Saturdays. It was not told to me by my HR during the interview process. So immediately then I told my HR that before just signing the offer letter, I will not be joining this. So before just signing the offer letter, I told my HR that I will not be joining this because you can say I can't work on alternate Saturdays. So my HR even requested me, we are giving this much pay rise. Then I just told her that I can't do this. So then after a few days, fortunately I got placement in my company, in my current company, that is Bob Business Technologies, and he's my, you can say, colleague here. So it was quite good. And last week, my previous HR called me and she asked me, "So are you well settled now?" Yeah, I was like, yeah. This was my story. So with that, I would like to conclude. Thank you so much.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let's call upon contestant number 2, Toastmaster Lakshya. Toastmaster Lakshya, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Lakshya.
Being yourself is the only thing we all are perfect at, because no one in the world can take your position. Everyone knows that only you can do that position. Now, a lot of times we all face this question that of an existential crisis, right? Wherein we think about, am I the right me, or what should I be? But while thinking all these questions, the prime thinking is, how can I be a better version of myself? How can I be better? But never do we think, how can I be someone else? We always think that we have to change ourselves into someone we look at. And that is one of the reasons I believe that we always are being ourselves.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 15, Toastmaster Vishal. Toastmaster Vishaka, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster.
He's wearing such a nice dress. This guy is dressed so well. Oh man, he's such a good runner. Why can't be like him? Why can't be like somebody in the crowd? But there's one thing. Everybody else is living a life. They have thought about how they want to live it. But when we look at them and when we see that why we want to be like them, we forget that we have our own identity. We don't know what people in the crowd are thinking. Might be the person who is a very good runner is thinking that, okay, I want to be like someone else. So this is a very long chain. Someone following someone else and that person following somebody else. So in this world full of people trying to imitate others and trying to be like somebody else, there's one thing that is going to keep you going. Be yourself. You don't know. There might be other people who are looking at you, for whom you are an inspiration. But if you lose your identity and think, okay, I want to be like somebody else, then you are robbing other person of a chance to be like someone, to be an inspiration for others. So, in this world where everything is technologically so connected, we have different movies coming out every time, we have different things teaching us different stuff. Learn from everything, but don't forget, be yourself. Because in this world, everyone else is taken. Only person unique is you yourself. Maintain your unique identity and embrace and love the personality that you have got.
We shall now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let us call upon contestant number 16, Toastmaster Devakar.
1. That sets the sequence for every number to come next. There are infinite possibilities you can be, because you can't count what's there. So you can take 1, you can take 1,000, you can take infinite. So what you have seen is one of the number. You should not copy that number. You should be yourself. You can start your story, but you can start it from the back also. So take that story, build your story. It can be story of yourself that is not taken by anybody. That your experience, your story will convey your message, and that could be the story of your life. And that story would be the perfect story for yourself. That's it.
We should now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their ballots. Let's call upon contestant number 17, Toastmaster Anand. Toastmaster Anand, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Anand.
What a lovely topic, isn't it? And do you really need a 17th guy to come and explain this speak, okay? I'm sure my previous speakers have already explained it in their own terms, but let me explain it now with a story of my own. I am a run-of-the-mill product of Indian education system. I am an engineer, a computer engineer, an MBA, worked for 6 years in IT, and then I decided and discussed with my family that, alright, enough of IT life, I now want to get into the calling of my life, training field. And I want to put this corporate life. Any guesses what the response might have been?
No.
Are you crazy? Have you run out of your mind? Boss, are you high on something? And everyone was against it, absolutely against it. Now it's a different story when the same people, including myself, advise to someone else, alright, go find your passion, pursue your calling. But when it comes to somebody in our own family, one of our own, we tend to become protective. Or, as it happens in our society, we want the other guy to fall the blame upon. We don't want one of our own to face these kind of hurdles. Why? Because we are an average kind of society. We want everyone to be following the herd. Now, one among us, if comes out of the herd, that happens. What I face, what I just explained. So, point is, be yourself. Everyone else is taken, and we all know it. We all have heard about it. Today itself, we have heard about it from 15 other people. But how many of us follow it? And how many of us will stand up for the next guy when they make this decision in their life and ask for your counsel? That's my question to you.
Let us call upon contestant number 18, Toastmaster Nimit. Toastmaster Nimit, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Nimit.
Why to be anyone else if you are the best? You are the best creation of God, isn't it? Does anyone disagree? Well, I don't think so. Just because you know yourself the best. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? You don't have to imitate anyone. You don't have to wear any mask. You don't have to impress anyone. If you are the real you, you can be the real, and you can be accepted by everyone. Who likes fake people? Do you like fake people? Do you like fake people? I don't like fake people. If you are genuine and you are clear in your intentions, I'm pretty sure that's the best deal out of it, right? And if I talk about myself very shortly, it has never worked for me. I sometimes get influenced by people. Oh, wow, quite impressive. Let me be like him. Let me be like her. But it never worked. Often I get caught that I am trying to imitate someone and I'm not liked by the society, not liked by my friends. Having said that, whatever my weaknesses are, whatever my shortcomings are, people like me that way. And you know yourself and you know what is best for you going forward. With that, I'm done. Thank you. And I hope you all do.
Now observe 1 minute silence to enable the judges to mark their time. Let us call upon contestant number 19, Toastmaster Rupinder. Toastmaster Rupinder, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Rupinder.
Everybody else is already taken. What a topic. Considering tomorrow is 14th of February. Single people in the house, I feel so sorry for you. You have no choice but to be yourself. Or be by yourself. Hardly makes a difference. You could go join the Bajrang Dal, that is another possibility. But there's a lot of truth in this statement.
Be yourself. Everybody else is already taken. I learned this lesson the hard way in one of my contests, where I tried to imitate a woman of all things. You don't want to know how I sound like a woman. This is how I sounded like a woman. The audience laughed. First I thought they were laughing at me. Then I realized that they were laughing on me. What kind of a performance is this? And from that day onwards, I learned one thing, that if I'm going to go on stage, I'm going to be myself. I'm going to not try to be someone else, because the moment you are not yourself, you will not come across as genuine. Mark Brown, in one of his speeches, has said, the best stories are not sensational, they are sincere. And let me tell you that the best stories, they come from here. And if they can come from here, they will touch people here. And the trick to making sure that that happens is to be yourself on the stage. You will not feel nervous. You will always feel excited. Why? Because you're just having a normal conversation with everyone. So be yourself, because everyone else is taken. Everyone else is taken because tomorrow is 14. So single people who don't have anyone for tomorrow, be yourself, be by yourself. Honestly, be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
Let's call upon contestant number 20, Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Priyanka.
2 days back, we had to pitch an idea in front of the whole class. I'm a student of entrepreneurship fellow. So the idea was related to an old age. The old age people, and the reaction of the whole class was as if I cracked a joke. I felt, how come the people could be so immature? People started laughing at me. And after the pitching, I went to my room and I started crying the whole evening. The next day, I saw a notification that we have a submission for e-summit in FMS Delhi. I submitted my proposal there. I felt like, okay, the problem is close to my heart. Let's check how the people at FMS Delhi take care. And you know what? I got shortlisted to pitch my idea in front of the investors over there. So I feel, irrespective of how people will take you, don't care about them. You should be yourself, because you believe in yourself. You not to take care, you not to care about others. The way I got selected in FMS Delhi gave me confidence that I can be myself Whatever I am, I need not to prove to anybody. I need to prove to myself. Thank you very much.
Now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their balance. Let us call upon contestant number 21, Toastmastership. Toastmastership 1. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmastership.
There is one thing which we have heard ever since childhood. Be like the boy of Sarmaji, a girl of Vermaji, and something like that. Dear Toastmasters and contest chair, I would like to say, if we all try to be a son of Sarmaji, there will be 100 copies of it. And suppose everyone here has the same face, difference. How can we identify? This is my friend Nasir. This is my friend Pavan, Divakar. We cannot identify. And the whole order in this world goes upside down. There is nothing which can go with the order which is to be done in the way. So there is this uniqueness is something which makes us. This uniqueness in us, our unique face, our unique abilities, and our unique thinking is what we make combinedly the whole world. And this gives the beauty of the nature over to contest chair.
Now observe a minute's silence to enable the judges to mark their balance. Let us call upon contestant number 22, Toastmaster Neeraj Jain. Toastmaster Neeraj, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Neeraj.
Today, in this age of social networks, we all try to imitate someone else. Maybe a celebrity, maybe our neighbor, maybe our friends, maybe our relatives. But the most important thing is to be yourself. You need to be yourself. That will make you comfortable. That will make you happy. You are unique. You just need to be yourself. When you try to imitate someone or try to become like someone else, whether it's the smallest thing, a dressing sense, speaking style, their lifestyle, gadgets they are using, whatever they are trying to do, we try to imitate them. I'll try to buy a phone just because my friend has bought a new phone, even though I might not need it. So when I try to do this, I'm not being myself. So I need to be myself. I need to buy a phone when I actually need it. I should buy a phone when I actually like it. I should buy a phone when I can actually afford it, instead of just trying to go for what others are doing. Just buying expensive item, a lifestyle, luxury, behavioral habit, anything, just for the sake of copying it, just for the sake of social satisfaction, the excitement we gain out of doing things others are doing. We might feel adrenal rush when we try to copy others, but this deprives us of satisfaction. So we should try to be ourselves. That will give you peace, satisfaction, give you happiness. So it's very, very important that you try to be yourself, whatever it may be, whether it is how you feel, your emotions, your lifestyle, your behavior, or anything. Thank you.
Silence to enable the judges to mark their hands. Let us call upon contestant number 23, Toastmaster Priyanka. Toastmaster Priyanka, be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Be yourself, everybody else is already taken. Toastmaster Priyanka.
Hello everyone. I'm sure you must have heard about around 22 different views on this topic. Now, adding my view on mine, being myself and everyone else is taken. So as per me, this topic is actually related to table topics, that just give anything about yourself, everybody else's topic is already taken, and we have already noted down the evaluation of others. So be yourself means just say anything about yourself. So that is what I am going to tell. My name is Priyanka and I joined Toastmasters just 2 months back, and this is the first table topic contest I am participating in it. So I am just standing outside. I was thinking that I will speak about this, the topic will be like this, but right now I am not sure that the topic will be like be yourself. So I was thinking, if I will get a word like tree, what would I say? If I will get a plane, what would I say? But I never thought that I have to speak about myself. So I'll conclude, I'll say just be yourself at every place, every time, wherever you are. Just be yourself and face any situation, whatever you face. Oh, thank you.